True, 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 true. Stop 1 sec. You can start over. Stop, stop. I'm gonna start a fresh stream. I'm gonna start a fresh stream.
Hoping amongst the lawyers came to the bar on.
They take a lot of shots from up the football team.
That's what we're talking about. Special shout out to Flores Ian, who's up here, keeping everybody hydrated. And then there's some lawyers throwing going forward. Looks like Killian's over there. Throws it into Tristan. Tristan hits it off out. Back off back to Killian. Who gets a good crossover. It's Matthew! Oh. And he just missed a sitter. Absolute sitter. I sold him some boots, and he came down to the pro shop. I sold him some boots one time, but I don't think he has on the boots that I sold him, because if he did, he would have scored just now.
Yeah, he would have scored for sure.
No, 100%.
I think it's a little disrespectful, to be honest, to not wear the boots.
What's the boots he sold?
Why the boots?
You know what? I'm gonna have to wear Got my good friend Tracy Adams right the line close to us, looking a lot like Mike Oliver. The accountants are struggling to bring on free passes. The lawyers are all over there. This could be very promising. Oh, what a beautiful Sylvain.
Little too goalkeeper easy.
That's Matt Kenny. Hey, sorry, that's Daniel. An accident, so.
Looking like Troy Norton.
He looks like Ron.
Oh, lovely ball.
Here we go, Kenny.
He had a lot of goal to him, actually. Me personally, I would consider the chips.
Yeah.
Personally, but great save from the goalkeeper. Make his body big.
Reminded me of a young Buffon. And here come the accountants again. What a ball that was.
Great pass.
Here come the accountants. I was just saying how they were struggling to string up some passes. Now they're all there. Like the Prime Columbia. What a ball again.
Like 220 Barcelona.
What I am very impressed with is both teams have been reacting to the ball.
Both teams are trying.
Part of that Bermuda setup because he's good enough to be a part of.
100%. Probably just chooses not to be honest.
And it says Glenn Bean trying
Kind of a misplaced pass.
That was Damian Elkinson looking for his brother Killian. The wayward pass. I have to say that Wendy Woodley is doing an excellent job of keeping his team on the wraps right now, even though we're early out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like you said, not much to do yet, but the fact that you make it inside.
Man, every time I play, Wendy gives me a card. She's probably booked me a good, let me see, in the last 15, 16 years on play. She's probably booked me a 13 times.
You just leave all in.
Half of them came in one season. But it was my fault. It was my. He's a great official. So, folks, in case you didn't know, my co-commentator Mateo, his older brother is Justin Darwin, and he is actually a member of the team.
Yeah, JD, great guy. I had the pleasure of living with him sometime. Yeah, it's super cool, dude. Plays in England.
So, Justin, if you're listening, give a shout out to you. Congratulations on the birth of your little princess. And number 14, Ollie Goodwin, he just dove like an Olympic diver just now. He must be part of that Chinese synchronized diving team. So here's Blam knocking the ball in the middle to Tristan. Tristan moving the ball forward, looking for Matthew. It's a wayward pass, covered by the accountants as they look to break forward.
Just thinking about how he left like a salmon to get that free kick.
As it's Tristan again. Inside to Matthew, great pass. Damian Elkinson. Here's a wide to his father. The ball's now spread out wide to Killian. Gives cross one. Inside pass to Twan. Antoine Russell makes it 1-0 to the Lawyers. And what a great build-up play that was.
Absolutely brilliant. It was a great pass out to the fullback, son father link up.
It went from son to father to the other son. That was a whole family link up just now.
It's a family reunion.
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
So I think first from one. Great for them.
So if you're just tuning in, Antoine Russell has just made it 1-0 to the Lawyers. This is a bit of the same story as last year.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They made the defense look like mannequins.
Here come your coaches going forward. And it's Gal defended by the Lawyers. Oh, I don't know. Tracy Adams signals. Free kick going out.
Got bailed out by the free kick.
Where is VAR?
No VAR today either.
Maybe we could talk to Lemire to see if we can get the VAR operating.
Let's get the replay footage. Let's get the replay footage. There appears to be a serious injury though from that collision.
No, I'm not saying that Tracy made a wrong call, but all I'm saying is that looked like a penalty to me. So I guess I'm saying it looked like a wrong call just now.
Bias. I will disagree. I will give the officials the benefit of the doubt. It is a difficult job. It was, in my opinion, more of a coming together than anything else.
So Mateo, you are an official here in the island.
Yeah.
Not an easy job.
No, not at all.
Not an easy job at all.
Still waiting for my check from the U23s.
You know, unlike the football players on the field, you know, when they make a mistake, you know, people kind of forget about it unless it's like a game costing mistake. You know, people don't forget about it. Now, with the referees, they can't afford to make one bad decision.
No,
because if not, the crowd will let them know
absolutely
how they feel about that decision, even if the decision's right.
Yeah, I've made decisions before, and like 6 months later, someone comes to me and says, "Remember that time?" Remember that last?
That was a bad first touch from Nazari Woods. I don't know what he was thinking just now.
Bit of confusion there in the middle of the pitch.
I mean, he had the first touch of Lukaku. Horrible.
Since when did Lukaku move to Bermuda? When did that happen? I missed that. Fabrizio didn't tweet about that one.
Here comes Tristan. Tristan is very active on this field. Do you have any idea who he plays for locally?
I don't.
Oh, Matthew!
Oh, what a
Matthew! That is the wrong sport, Medeiros. That is not football. That is what we call cricket. Straight through him for 6. High and mighty. I think they went in the swimming pool.
Like he was kicking
Again,
a field goal.
That would have never happened if he was wearing Pro Shop boots. So, folks, come on down to the Pro Shop and come get some football boots. Ask for Andrew. That's me.
Bit of a push in the back there, coming out. Good call from Tracy, to be honest.
But I tell you what, what is football with all the little pushing and shoving?
You're right, but there's a line to be drawn. Decent chance there for the accountants.
Here comes Matthew. And here he goes, storming down the line. He looked like Speedy Gonzalez just now.
Roadrunner.
With a broken toe.
Roadrunner feels a little bit special.
Here comes the lawyers again. Antoine Russell looking to switch the play and find Killian, but it's cut out by this accounting defense.
That's a lovely ball.
What a
lovely
ball.
Oh.
Great reading by the goalkeeper. That was Matt Kenny quick off the line just now to come and collect that just now. Because if he didn't, Antoine Russell would have had his second goal of the game.
Oh, absolutely. And I think the wind had a factor there as well. I think it held up a little bit. So it just stayed behind Russell.
Now, with this Lawyers team, I'm watching them play. Jeff Elkinson is really impressing me. He's playing very simply. All his passes are finding the player. And here comes Killian. Killian inside to Antoine Russell. Who wanted to pass to his family member, Bland Bean, but it was cut out by the accountants.
Yeah, I agree. Jeff's impressive because he just shows composure and he just takes his time. He's not rushing anything.
He looks a little bit tired back there with his hands on his hips.
He's looking a bit knackered back there, but...
Come on, Jeff, roll back the years. And here goes Tristan. Breezes across 1. Lays the ball off to 20. Plays a 1-2 with him. He gets the ball back on top of the box. He squares it back. He's looking for a pass. And he hits it over. That is hit over by Ollie Goodwin. Again, they look like T20 cricket players and not football players right now.
Come on, Goodwin! It's the next one!
Absolute sort of... What they used to say on FIFA, high, wide, not at all hands.
Not all.
That's the second 6 of the day for the Lawyers.
Yeah.
Impressive run rate.
Impressive run rate.
They're going to set a tidy score. They keep that up.
Again, if you are just tuning in, welcome to the National Sports Center for this annual game between the Lawyers and the accountants. Last year, the Lawyers came away with victory. I can't remember the score exactly, but they pumped about 10 in them. 6-1? So the score was 6-1 last year, folks. It might as well have been 10. It was a pumping.
I was going to say 6 is close enough. Might as well just call it 10 and keep pushing.
And And here it is, my good friend Blam Bean looking for a pass. Let's see what he's going to do.
He has so much time. Surely won't mess it up.
Nice pass to Matthew, who does well by holding it up. Plays it back to Damian Elkinson, who was trying to go forward, but it's intercepted by the Compton defense. He wins it back.
I don't know who. Bit of a dangerous pass from Len Bean. Yeah, I don't know who Damien saw. Must have seen someone running on the little track wearing a blue shirt.
And it's Nathaniel Swan with the ball at his feet, looking for a pass. Picks out Bland. Bland picks his head up, looks down the line. He's looking to pick out a pass. Sees Tristan in the middle. Passes to Tristan, who then knocks it back to him.
It's intercepted.
Bland should have opened up his body and ran across the field. Switch the play. And here comes the accountants.
Now it's alarm bells for the lawyers. Accountants are coming through.
It's a hit. Oh, blocked out by Bland. He does something bad, then does something. Oh, what a goal! The accountants have equalized. Nobody saw that coming. It's been all lawyers, and the accountants just equalized.
Very unfortunate for the goalkeeper there. He did get a hand to it, but that all came from Blam Bean's misplaced pass.
Like it looks like it was number 18, Connor. Yes, it was Connor. Yes. Connor, great finish, Connor. Great finish.
Come on, boys!
Still 1-0, Mateo.
1-0. 1-0. Didn't expect that.
What you think of the game so far? Pretty entertaining.
It's a good game. It's a good game.
My favorite part of the game is in the second half. I'm tired. And they're filming at people. And they're trying to give it the all.
And it's just
not it.
Nothing left to give.
There's nothing left to give. That's how you know they're having a good game. Ollie Goodwin. That's to Killian. Excellent play. Ollie gets it back. Gives it back to Killian. Looks on the line. He's looking to skip across his opponent, but great defending by Jake. Yes, content. I should call him Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm.
Here comes the lawyers again. Matthew!
He tried to open up his body to maybe try and wrap his foot around it, get it to the far post, but just not for this.
Man, I'm running out of things to say about Matthew.
Four runs to the boundary? Four runs to the boundary with that one?
I'm not sure what that was.
Come on!
Contents.
From number 3, Tom Connor. Good defender by. He looked like a 2002 centre back Lucio from that Brazil. So here we are, 1-0 at the National Sports Centre, the North Field, or as we like to call the cricket field.
The put air quotes around cricket field.
Yeah, cricket field, rugby field, multi-purpose field.
It's a rugby field that sometimes has cricket football.
Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, I don't know what he was trying to do.
Nice!
Oh, and Jeff got absolutely torched. But it's a tame shot in the end.
You know, my team made it to the Shield Farmers and we beat Devonshire Coast.
Yeah,
the only first division team to beat them this year.
left.
There was one or two times in that game where I got roasted too, playing right back. You know what I done?
Nice.
I kicked the crap out of him. Anyways, here he is. Bland being with the ball. Bland's looking for a pass. Pass to Matthew Maderas. He looks in the middle. Oh, he actually switched the
Lovely
play.
ball.
He's looking for
Just needed a little bit extra on it.
that one he was trying to find. Is like, I can't see him. These suns are all in my eyes.
Yeah, it was looking for Russell there.
Unlucky. Good thinking.
Yeah, no, I'm really having a good time here, Drew, man. The weather's nice. Nice breeze. Entertaining football. I'm looking actually on a
Tell you
Tuesday
what,
evening.
I'm entertained watching Tracy get his workout running down the line. Antoine Russell.
Predictable, but they are back corner. Russell again tries to flip.
Gotta be the supporters in the stands, making sure that me and my coach commentator stay hydrated.
I tell you what, if you're just tuning in, my name is Andrew. I'm from St. David's. My co-commentator Matthias, he's from Francis. As you can see, we're one hell of a partnership here.
He plays his cricket and soccer still.
Hey, got the fans teasing me right now. They think I'm a Somerset Cup match supporter. The joke's on them. I don't have a cup match team. I'm from St. David's. And if you're just tuning in, it's 1-0 between the accountants and the lawyers. Antoine Russell opened up the scoring, only for number 18 Connor of the accountants to equalize maybe 10-15 minutes after Antoine Russell scored the opener. As Russell has the ball now. Gives it to Tristan. He's looking to get the ball over. They play it back to him. Gives to Jeff. Jeff plays it back to Tristan. He plays it inside to Antoine Russell. Antoine Russell controls the ball. Turns one defender. Lays it off to Bland Bean.
Russell sent that man to the shop just now. Had him looking like a baby gazelle.
A baby gazelle? Man, that defender looked like a baby deer just being born just now. Hopped out and legs all wobbly. Here come the accountants going forward. So look to spread the ball all wide. That's number 17, Chris Alexander. Plays it in the middle. Oh, what a great ball. It fell back to Chris. He lays it off to his teammate, number 3, Nick. Nick's looking for a pass. They're looking for a way in. Oh, what a hit! What a fabulous hit! He struck that thing so hard, cannon off the crossbar. The earth shook just now, I'm going to tell you. The earth shook. He reminded me of a Roberto Carlos. Them free kicks that he used to take. Nobody.
It kind of looked like the keeper got a hand to it. I don't know if Tracy got that one right.
Well, I need glasses anyway. So to me, it looked like it crashed off the bar. Where is VAR? We need VAR.
Coming 2027. All right, the accountants looking to start another dangerous counterattack. Interrupted. Loyals once again making the way forward. Tristan somehow wriggling his way free. And Lukaku strikes again.
Lukaku strikes again.
I just don't know. Some boys just don't have the ability. I don't just. I mean, I'm one of them boys. That's why I'm sitting here commentating and not playing. But still. So,
Same here, Mateo. We are behind the camera. We're not in front of it.
for a reason.
For a reason. As we are approaching the end of the half. And if you're just tuning in, it is 1-1 between the accountants and the lawyers. Antoine Russell opening the scoring for the accountants, only for number 18, Connor, to equalize for the accountants. And what a fabulous turn of events this year for the accountants, who got absolutely destroyed last year. That girl got pumping up at the National Sports Center. It was at the Southfield next one, the Philadelphia Stadium. And I just want to say thank you to Four Ways here for providing us with our beverages for the day.
Fantastic, excellent show of sponsorship from Four Ways.
I tell you what, Mateo, as I sit on the side and I commentate this game, I'm trying to play that I can recruit for my team.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to start a football team from scratch. Dockyard Mariners Football Club.
I'm just trying to make my St. Davis team better. I saw Tracy turn around and look back at us just now. I think he wants to be coach. As Bland beam with the ball, who passes back in the middle to Bland. Oh, what a fantastic ball. But Antoine Russell didn't jump for it. It falls to number 15, Nazari Woods, who plays it out wide. Matthew Maduras plays it back to Arnold Todd in the middle to Damian Elkinson. Back out wide to Todd. Todd to Elkinson. Oh, fabulous football. This is fabulous.
Yeah, fantastic passage of play there up until the very end. Very good passage of play. But that final touch just needed a little bit.
I tell you what, they are fantastic moving the board. Once the ball gets to Matthew's feet, it's like he don't have a clue. And I know he's a better. I'm seeing him before. I don't know what the problem is right now. He don't have on pro shop boots.
I agree. I think that's the crux of the issue. It's just the footwear is not right.
He's out there trying to play football. That's what it looks like. This is Glenn Bean, or as we like to call him, Buddy Rowe. Nice one-touch pass from Damian to Arnold, who plays in the middle to Antoine Russell, who gets absolutely taken out as referee Wendy Woolley calls it back for a foul. Oh, wonderful flick on header from Matthew. And that, folks, is the end of the first half. One, accountants won. This is Mateo Dono and Andrew Painter coming to you live from the National Sports Center. I want to give a shout out to Crimson Multimedia for the fabulous live stream that we have going on right now. And folks, we will be right back after this halftime break.
We are just about to kick off for the second half. Lawyers versus accountants at the NSC North Field. My name is Mateo O'Donnell, if you are just tuning in, and my co-commentator Andrew Painter. He's not in the booth at the moment, but he'll return shortly. As Wendy Woodley kicks us off for the second half. And the accountants have made a halftime change. Number 8, Lucina Medran, has come onto the pitch.
I believe she's from Argentina.
Yeah, I believe she is. Possibly Messi's sister. We don't know.
Messi's sister, Messi's cousin, Messi's auntie. We're just going to call her Messi's cousin for today.
Messi's cousin. That's what we're going with.
That's Craigie!
I'll tell you what, Drew. The sun is bright, and I am wearing shades. They're not helping.
I tell you what, Mateo. I know the sun's bright. I don't think it's dark. And here comes the Lawyers going forward. And it's Tristan. Tristan with the ball. Looking to spread it out. Oh, what a touch from Antoine Marshall. Back to Tristan. Oh! And he was flagged for offside just now.
Now, you can't be offside and miss like that. You got to pick a struggle.
We're just going to say Tracy wins.
Huh?
Tracy wins. Tracy
wins.
Yeah, Tracy put the flag up. Tracy wins.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was the correct decision. I think it was the right call. He looked a fraction.
Again, if you're just tuning in, the Lawyers are attacking from left to right in the old blue jerseys. And the accountants wearing Flanagan's jerseys. Well, I should say onion jerseys because they changed the names from Flanagan's to the Terrace Onions afterwards. They're wearing onions jerseys, attacking from right to left.
Yeah. Yep. So, those of you just joining in, first half ended 1-1, and as Andrew said, Lawyers attacking left to right, and accountants attacking right to left.
And for the local fans just tuning in, the accountants are the ones that look like Devonshire Colts, and the Lawyers are the ones that look like Social Club.
Yes, Craigie!
Killian Elkinson. Oh, what a ball! Oh, but then the National Sports Center, the field is lightning fast. So as soon as that ball bounced, with that little bit of moisture from that little bit of rain we had earlier, it just skidded right out. But I tell you what, that pass had good intentions.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was a great pass. Like you said, the Bermuda grass here is very slick. So even if it just gets that slightest bit of rain, which we did, ball's just not going to stick to it. It's just going to...
Come on, boys!
It's almost like the ball skates across the top of the grass. Like, don't even really roll or bounce. It skates across at times.
Yeah.
Here come the accountants. Oh, what a beautiful pass into the box. But even better defending by the Lawyers. Looks like Bland Bean again down there doing the marshalling.
Yeah, Bland Bean again. Just looks like a key figure in the Lawyers 11.
He looks like he could still play First Division Ball 2 today.
He does. He fit right in, honestly, I think.
Fit right in. I think it's better than them guys.
Yeah, actually, maybe a tad, yeah.
See, now, this is my favorite player on the field right here, Killian Elkinson. Just look at him. He picks up the ball, he drives forward, and he just looks to make something happen each and every time. Fantastic player he is.
Yeah, and every team needs a player that's gonna pick the ball up and drive it forward, not just look to pass it sideways or go off a bit backwards. You know, every team needs a player that's going to progress the play.
Getting a little banter here from the supporters. Oh, 15 of them.
Almost made me spit my water out.
I mean, the suggestion that we're biased commentators. You know what? They're right. I'm in it for St. David's.
I don't support any local teams. I'm a
Wait, but ain't you registered for Somerset Eagles?
I cannot confirm or deny that without speaking with my my secretary or my lawyer.
Well, you got about 11 lawyers out there to talk to about it. So
I have to speak to one of them before making any official statements.
But I tell you what, your team wears blue and yellow, my team wears blue and yellow. We good, we're cousins.
Absolutely.
And it's the accountants. The accountants bouncing the ball around nice, looking to go forward. And I just out of reach for the winger. And here come the lawyers. The lawyers are looking to the back. We have seen them do all game. Glenn Bean with the ball. Pass it back to Nathaniel Swan, who plays it back to Glenn Bean with a little 1-2 move. And excellent defending by the accountants. I tell you what, the sun surely does have me squinting. I should have bought my Ray-Bans.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, my shades aren't helping me at all. So,
you probably need a welder's shield mask to look into the sun like how we're doing.
Yeah.
And look how our mate Tracy down here. He can't see either.
If the referee can't see, there ain't no hope. But to be fair, I've been in those situations as well. You know, a lot of the fields in Bermuda do face the west when you're on the far side. So I've been in situations where I'm on the line praying that I make the right decision because I can't see nothing.
So let me ask you this: Have you ever been officiating a game and the ball ricochets over this guy, that guy, that guy, and then goes out of play and you have no idea who it last came off of?
Yes, happens a lot more often than I would like to admit, but it does happen.
So let me ask you this: What do you do when a situation like that occurs? Do you just make the best educated guess you can?
Well, hopefully it happens sort of deep in the defensive team's third, so that if myself and the referee are not sure, we give it to the defense, because the last thing you want to do is to make a decision, and then the attackers score off the resulting decision. So you when in doubt, you typically go with the defenders.
Well, I tell you what, I grew up playing defense my whole life, and any time you say when in doubt is when we're about to kick it out. So coming back to the game, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the National Sports Center. It is 1-0 here between the accountants and the lawyers. And the accountants were the lawyers, were going forward just now, and Tracy absolutely shut him down like a sniper just now. He was offside, and he threw that flag up so fast.
Yeah, the crowd seemed to agree with his decision as well, but they might be a little biased over there. I'm not sure. But I think, like I said, it's a tough job. You gotta allow him some leeway.
So as I look in the crowd, I see former BFA president Larry Mustard, and he must be here supporting lawyers. He said yes indeed, but we'll wonder why he's not suited up. And here come the lawyers. And again, every time they look like they're about to score, the accountants just clears them down like a swarm of bees.
Yeah, they're very well organized this year. I looking at this accountants team, I don't know how last year they lost so badly.
Nice, Frankie!
Right
And
there.
here the coaches come. But Plan B recovers the ball and then he just gives it away. I tell you what, this is a fabulous game. It's end to end. I have no idea who's going to win. You know what? I'm supporting the referees. I'm not picking a team out for them.
Well, I'm supporting the game of football today.
I'm just supporting the refs.
Oh, lovely through ball.
Oh, it's Matthew Medeiros. Let's see if he can actually do something this time.
No support.
He has no support, but he plays it back to Russell. Oh, what a hit! And an even better save. That is Matt Kenny diving hard and low to his right and stopping a vicious bouncing shot from Russell.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the effort was a bit tame. I think it was a fairly routine stop. He still had to get to it though.
Here come the accountants again. Just knocking the ball around. Oh, what a move. But well recovered by Tristan. Tristan has covered every single blade of grass on this field today. Killian. And that's Ali losing the ball. I just want to give a shout out to the sick and the shot in and anybody who was unable to come up to the National Sports Center today to witness this fabulous game of football between the accountants and the lawyers. But I tell you what, it is an absolutely bumper crowd here. Capacity, field to capacity, and the crowd goes wild. I'm gonna give him the G awards in a minute.
Cricket! Take us, man!
My co-host here taking a bit of flack from the supporters.
I tell you what, right? 2 years ago, I done the Lawyers versus Accounting game. I'm sorry, it might have been 3 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago, I done the Lawyers versus Accounting game. And I was a co-commentator to Mike Shaw. I just want to say to this, may he rest in peace. I send my condolences to his family because he has taught me a lot about commentating, keeping the crowd engaged and expressing himself about this wonderful game of football that we have all come to love.
Yeah, and at games like this, it's important to interact with the fans that do show up because everyone appreciates it, and it's just adds to the atmosphere.
And that is one thing that Mike Sharp taught me. But as we come back to the game now, we have the accountants trying to work their way out. Oh, and he just goes across woods. He left him like a leaf blowing in the wind. My boss Lemon's giving me some stick right now. Apparently Woods is his nephew. He needs to do a little bit better. And here it comes, Antoine Russell, and a wonderful clearance. The defender was looking for a foul, but there was no foul there. Great defending, great defending.
Yeah, great tackle. Nothing wrong with that. Good, hard, clean tackle. We love those.
And if you're just tuning in, I'm Andrew Painter, my co-commentator Mateo Donovan, and we are coming to you live from the fabulous National Sports Center, courtesy of Crimson Multimedia. I also want to give a shout out to Mr. Desai James behind the camera, bringing you all the visuals.
And a special shout out to the fine leg buys. Cricket team, great cricket team, to be honest. Probably the best in the country.
They are a commercial cricket team. Evening League, they don't even play commercial no more. They downgraded to Evening League. But they could be the best Evening League team.
Well, people have other commitments, that are more important than sport. You have to.
Well, I tell you what, right? Maybe one day they can be just as good as Somerset's Cup match team or St. David's Connie team. Maybe one day.
Oh yeah, that's the goal for every cricket team, I imagine.
And it's Woods. Woods with the ball. Woods knocks it to Medeiros. Medeiros dances on top of the box, lays the ball back to his teammate. But Frankie loses the ball, but Killian picks it back up. Killian driving inside on the left foot. He skips cross one. Can he get the shot off? Oh, great hit. Just couldn't keep it down. Sir Mateus come to my attention that Lucina, the number 8 who's playing on the left wing for the accountants, is from Argentina.
Oh, is that right? Argentina. That's interesting. That's just a long way from home.
Master's cousin.
Gotta be.
As I look at all the players on the field, I see about 10 pairs of football boots that they have bought from the pro shop. I know this because that's where I work, and I actually sold it to these guys. I see lawyers set up for a corner. Midway here through the second half, with the scores deadlocked at 1-1. Now, where's my mate Jeff? Oh, my mate Jeff's on the bench over there. They need to bring him on. I came here to see Jeff. I came to see nobody else. Jeff Elkinson, fantastic player.
Yeah, like I said in the first half, is very composed on the ball. Takes his time. That's what you really want in that position. But you know, he needs a little break. You know, everybody needs a little break every now and then.
Oh, what a pass by Woods. Woods passes it out wide to Killian Elkinson, who looks to get across his defender. Whips in a vicious cross. He looks for Matthew, who was being tightly marked just now. And here come the accountants working the ball out of the box. Oh, fabulous football. You spotted that just now. You are a damn good official because we're not even in line with it. How did you spot that?
Well, you know, I've been doing it for almost 8 years now, so certain patterns you start to see, and I just saw him just edge past the defensive line just a little bit.
You know who you remind me of? That Italian referee guy. I can't remember his name now. Remember the guy that had the bald head? You know who I'm talking about.
Kalina, man. Don't compare me to Kalina. Kalina's a legend. Best referee to ever do it.
But guess what? You are a legend too. Because not only do you ref, you commentate as well. Now back to the game if you're just tuning in. It's 1-0. Oh! And it's Matthew. Missing again.
If he was a basketball player, he would have a horrible field goal percentage at the moment. Still does, but looks a little bit better on a football pitch than on a basketball court.
As looking up right now, I see the National Sports Center have turned on the floodlights.
Yeah, the lights on under the lights here at Northfield.
I think they call it the carpet.
Yeah, the carpet, under the lights at the carpet.
So to all our foreign viewers right now, we will refer to Bermuda's National Stadium as the carpet because the grass is so plush that it looks like a green carpet.
Yeah, plush and flat, just like a carpet.
I tell you what, Mateo, at this rate, this game has penalty shootout written all over it. Keston Lewis is definitely a big miss for this accounting team. Oh, what a hit. And here comes the accountants. They're coming forward. Look how well they're knocking the ball around. Everybody wants a touch up. Oh, what a ball! And an even better save by Nathaniel Swan, who keeps this game level.
It was a great pass as a play. I mean, the passing was immaculate, and then the all that was missing was the finish. But I mean, he did everything he could. Great save from the keeper to get there.
And Russell looking to switch the play to find Matthew Medeiros. Can Matthew finally get his name on the score sheet? No, he cannot.
Straight at the goalkeeper. basically passed it to him.
Having an awful game.
Having a stinker.
Terrible.
Absolutely awful.
Trash truck juice. He's gonna kick me for saying this stuff about him. I'll see him when he comes out to my job.
Well, listen, he's looking at about a 2 on the sofa score. The 2 out of, what's it, out of 5 or 10?
Yeah, you mean the player ratings?
Yeah, the player ratings on sofa score. Yeah, man, he's looking at like a 2 right now.
Ain't it out of 10?
Is it out of 10? Well, hey, pick it up. you gotta find a way.
This is that point when you're having a bad game like that. You just need to drop down on your knees and pray. Just let go and let God do the rest. Because all hope's lost.
If I were him, I'd be praying for the ground to open up and swallow me.
I mean, if I was him, I'd just be praying for the 90 minutes to come so I can have a drink and just forget about it.
Yeah, that too.
Again, we want to give a shout out to the fabulous Fourways Inn for providing us with our beverages to keep us hydrated.
Yes, absolutely, and the nutrition as well. They have some food over there, so that's fantastic from them. Good stuff.
Land Bean, also known as Buddy Rowe. Oh, what a fabulous pass. It's Killian. It's Killian. It's still Killian. Here he goes. Tries to square the ball back for Russell, and it was just a little too far ahead of him. What a crack. What a cracking shot.
Yeah, that was a well hit shot. Maybe to the other side of the net. We're looking at a goal, but keeper was ready for it.
Definitely the best thing he's done all game. By far.
By far, not even close. Not even close.
His uncle Lamont said he needs to get in the gym. Needs to start running some cardio. Oh, what a pass to Buddy Rowe. Toward to Russell. Russell looking to switch the play to Killian, and he finds him. Can Killian keep it in play? He does. Excellent defending again. This accounting team, they're like a pack of wolves on the back there, just ready to pounce.
Yeah, they're very well organized. They're playing a sort of low block, but it's working for them. They're able to keep the lawyers out of the penalty area, which is where the real threat is.
So who's had more chances, Mateo? Has Woods or Medeiros had more chances?
I think Medeiros has had more chances, which is unfortunate. I think if Woods had some of the chances Medeiros had, we might be looking at a different score.
Yes, I think even though we're just giving Woods a hard time right now, if he had the chances that Medeiros had, the scoreline would be different right now.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd be looking at least 3 or 4-1 at least.
But you know what else makes a huge difference is that they have put Tristan center back. Tristan Hall, who just covered every blade of grass on this field, now he's playing center back.
Well, now has definitely covered every blade of grass. It's an interesting tactical decision to put a player of his caliber at center back.
But as we look forward, he's pushing forward now. He's pushing forward for the corner. Let's see if he can get his head on the end of it.
Yeah, hopefully they can find him. He looks like a tall fella from here, so
hopefully he's seen my footage from the Shield semifinals earlier this season, or this past season.
From your 1 goal last season.
My 1 goal. I played 6 games, scored 1 goal. Rocket header.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Andrew Painter's actually a St. David's legend around there.
And here come the accountants. Every time they get the ball, they look to just do this little tiki-taka pass and move out of the half. But they always fail in that final pass. They need to be able to get that final pass off to release their striker.
Yeah, the final ball is just lacking for the accountants, but the build-up's very good, and it looks like they have a chance to break here. He had a runner, didn't play it.
And that's Chris Alexander passing it off into the middle. And that's Connor, who scored the equalizer for the accountants with the ball, who then lays it off to Rob. Rob passes the ball back. We haven't seen much from Jake from State Farm, number 25, in the fluorescent boots out there.
No, he's busy covering everyone's insurance.
I tell you what, after that hurricane, this island's in need for a little bit of insurance. And here comes Russell. Russell skips cross run, unleashes a thunderbolt strike. Aiming for Matt Kenny to palm it down, and the accountants very smartly deal with that attack.
Yeah, it was a good save, and those are the kinds of strikes that Russell's known for. Honestly, I've seen him score a few of those this past season, so it's good awareness from the keeper to keep it out.
In case you guys don't know which Russell we're talking about, because all of them's good at football here on the island. I'm talking about Antoine Russell. The only Russell that's capable of scoring 30 goals a season.
Enough said. I don't have anything to add to that.
And here come the accountants. The accountants are moving forward. And that's that final pass that we was talking about. He's through. One-on-one on goal. And it's off the post. And it don't go in. It's in now. It is in now.
What a passage of play. My. That was a fantastic passage of play. I thought he snatched at the chance a little bit at first. I thought he hit it a little too early. Number 4, Sylvans
Opio. I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
So too, and I feel like he snatched at it the first time. He got lucky to get to the rebound.
So that makes it 2-1 to the accountants. I don't think anybody saw that coming, especially after the hammering they got last year.
It's definitely a huge turnaround for them. And I'm sure they'll be looking to keep the momentum going in this game and maybe grab a third, maybe put this game out of reach.
I tell you what, I think every member of the crowd must be for the lawyers, because you can absolutely hear a pin drop right now.
Yeah, the silence is deafening. That goal shut the crowd right up.
And here come the lawyers coming back. Is Killian, and he has dove.
Oh, the referee's giving it.
The referee gave it. I thought Killian dove like an Olympic diver just now. Platform diving. That's what that was. We need VAR.
There didn't appear to be any contact.
Tracy Adams kept his flag down.
I'm gonna have to side with the officials on it.
Most definitely. I'm definitely going to side with Wendy. She saw something that we didn't see. Word sitting 100 yards away, so we can only go by what our eyes see as Antoine Russell lines up to take this penalty kick.
Well, to be fair, she was about 60 yards away, so...
Russell versus Kenny. And Russell scores his second goal of the game in a controversial way, but hey, that's football.
Yeah, it's the nature of the game, and you know, when you have the opportunity, it's important to be calm, cool, and collected, and expected out of Tuan to slot that penalty away.
And you heard the crowd give them a little cheer just now, but 2 minutes before that, you could hear a pin drop.
Yeah, when the accountants went ahead, the silence was deafening.
Pretty sure Mr. Mustardin's excited. He jumped up, took his phone out to try and get the footage of the penalty just now. He ran faster than all those guys on the field just now. Why isn't he suited up?
That's an excellent question. I'm sure he's a big miss for the lawyer squad.
Thank you.
One, right?
Yes. Again, I want to give a shout out to the supporters and the 4As in for making sure that me and my co-commentator Matei, we stay hydrated throughout this fantastic event. And here come the lawyers again. Can they go ahead? Tracy says no. Randy Woolley in the middle says no. As the lawyers are screaming for a penalty. But I tell you what, Mateo, that looked like it had more contact in it than the initial penalty that they had given 2 minutes ago.
It did. It did. But Tracy hilariously said he should get a yellow card for simulation, which I think is funny. But, yeah, I mean, interesting couple of decisions back-to-back there. And for those of you just joining, we've had a couple of back-to-back goals. Sylvain Sopio scored a go-ahead goal for the Accountants. Not even 5 minutes later, Antoine Russell slots a penalty away, making it 2-2.
It's getting a little bit damp here up at the National Sports Center.
Yeah, the temperature's dropping. Slowly the sun's setting. So, starting to feel the dampness a little bit more now. As the lawyers do win a corner. And hopefully they can generate a goal-scoring opportunity.
Russell with the corner. Buddy Road tries to flick one header. It falls to Killian and a great save by Matt Kenny. And here he is. Keston Lewis is on the field. He has made his appearance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that.
Let's see if this changes the dynamic of the game with someone of his caliber on the field now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's undeniable the talent that he has. And if anyone can turn this game on its head, it'd be him.
Man, I remember one time I played against Keston. I think he was playing for Onions. And I had the honor of having to mark him as I was playing center back. And, well, you can see how skinny I am. And he's got a bit of muscle in him. Let's just say he was throwing me all around like a rag doll.
I picture it in my head. And a foul's been called. Must have been a minor shove.
A bit of pull on the jersey. There's a massive kick from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's a good foot on him.
Nathaniel Swan just blasting that ball forward. Russell picks it up. Shooting off his opponent. Tracy puts his flag up and Matthew finally scores, but he's offside. He's having one hell of a game, isn't he?
I still think it all goes back to not wearing the pro shop boots.
He don't have the pro shop boots on. And here come the lawyers. Arnold Todd. Todd plays it back to Woods. Woods back to Todd. Todd looks in the middle, see his buddy, tries to pick out Buddy. It gets cut out by the accountants. Keston Lewis trying to win the ball back. As the game has actually intensified a bit.
Yeah. The intensity's picked up a little bit. I think both teams do actually want to win, which is good to see. That's what we're out here for. But the intensity's picking up in these final minutes.
Well, with the scores deadlocked at 2-2 and it being end-to-end action right now, you can understand why the game has picked up with intensity. As Keston Lewis has the ball here and he lays it back. Again, he is the marquee player.
Yeah, absolutely. Former Trinidad international.
I believe so.
Yeah, that's a quality player.
Medeiros was looking for Russell, who was offside. Killian Elkinson also offside. He looks like he's limping a bit.
Yeah, he looks like he's out of gas.
Yeah, it is. Got his hands on his knees. And he looks like me, how I look after playing the first 7 minutes of a game.
Looks like me after the first 5.
It looks like me during the warm-up.
Looks like me getting to the game.
Looks like me sitting on the bench. I'm still got my hands on the knees.
Looks like me the minute I get off my bike at the venue. Like, do we have to do this today? Are we sure?
Again, a shout out to Crimson Multimedia, Mr. Lemon Woods, for making this live stream all possible. And he just misheaded the ball. Colin Burney. What the heck was that? Did he even see the ball?
I'm not sure, but it looked like he used the ground as a tactical advantage to keep the opponents on their toes. That's what I think happened.
You know what I think happened?
What?
It looked like he didn't have a clue.
That's the more likely scenario.
Woods plays it out wide. And it's Russell with a vicious shot, but it deflects out for a lawyer's corner. Is Russell a lawyer?
I don't know. If he is, let's just say he has a bit of a temper. If anyone's ever seen him on the pitch, off the pitch is a great guy. On the pitch, he has a bit of a temper, and it would be tough to envision him in a lawyer environment with that temper.
Damn, Bland Bean, is Bland Bean a lawyer?
I'm pretty sure he's not a lawyer.
Tristan Hall?
Not sure. Maybe they got some speeding tickets. Yeah, man, a couple of speeding tickets, maybe.
Okay, so what we're getting from the crowd is not all of these players are lawyers. And that looked like a penalty, and it is! A second penalty! And guess who wins it? The non-lawyer lawyer wins the penalty. They pass him the ball. Can he get his hat trick?
Now, my question is, will a card be produced here? Does Wendy even have cards this evening? Yeah, no card produced, which is interesting.
So here it is, Antoine Russell, to give the lawyers the go-ahead score. Can he get his hat trick? Russell versus Kenny. And there it is, the hat trick hero, the man of the match, the man of the hour, the myth and living legend, Antoine Russell.
As they used to say on old FIFA games, 3 of the best. He's made them pay, and he's proven impossible to deal with by the opposition.
So the score here at the National Sports Center, the lawyers 3, the accountants 2, coming via a Antoine Russell hat trick.
I just can't help but notice Tracy Adams on the side. He's rolled up his flag. He's ready to go home. I feel you, brother.
Here come the accountants. Can the accountants equalize? Can they make it 3-all? They still have time left. They need to get the ball to Lewis. And it's Lewis. Still Lewis. And it has gone out for a goal kick. Oh, they have reversed the decision and it's a corner.
Well, you know, it looks ugly, but it's the I think it's the right call, and we do say as long as the play hasn't restarted, there's a chance to rethink your decision.
To overturn it.
Yes.
No. Can the accountants equalize? This is the opportunity. It's a goal! It's a goal! It is Lewis! I said that they need to find Lewis. They have found Lewis. It is 3-0. What a game!
With the bicycle as well on his bike. Fantastic goal. Good near post flick on.
I tell you what, for that being the best goal of the game, you would have thought that the crowd would have got behind him a little bit. But again, there's that lawyer crowd.
Yeah, once again, the silence is deafening. You can hear a pin drop throughout the entire stadium.
A pin drop, you can hear a piece of paper fall on the grass. That's how quiet it is right now.
I have to agree. I'm inclined to agree.
Rio, what a game. End-to-end action. This sort of reminds me of the game last year when there was just a whole heap of goals coming in the second half. And Maduris is in. What can he do? Absolutely nothing.
And just once again, straight at the goalkeeper. It's just a poor effort. And he did well to stay on side.
Where are the pro shop boots? Oh, he's living offside, building a house.
And that's the full-time whistle from Wendy Woodley. So penalty shootout, it will be to decide the winner here at the Northfield National Sports Center.
So folks, if you are just tuning in, this is the annual game between the lawyers and the accountants. Regular time has just ended 3-0. It was Antoine Russell hat-trick for the lawyers. And in the dying moments of the game, Caston Lewis with the overhead kick to equalize at 3-0.
Fantastic strike. I mean, the near post flick on to allow that to happen was also really good, but the finish, you can't teach that. That's raw inherent ability.
Well, folks, we will be right back to bring you the penalty shootout. I am Andrew Painter, here with my co-commentator, Mateo Donovan. We will be right back.
Hey, you knew they could hear you, right? All right. That's all I gotta say. Look. When you guys are coming back.
And we're here for the penalty shootout. For those of you just tuning in, 3-3 at the final whistle. And the rules of this match state to go straight to penalties. We're looking to see who's going first. What are your thoughts on the match? The 90 minutes.
It was an excellent game. Excellent. End-to-end action. Gave a bit of banter to the players. Great crowd on hand. Wonderful playing conditions. Even better live stream. Couldn't ask for anything better.
I agree. The whole experience has been extremely positive one. And it looks like the accountant's stepping up first to take.
Just trying to get the player's number so we can identify who's taking his first kick. Says number 25.
22. 25.
That's Jake from State Farm. As Jake steps up to take the first penalty kick. Waiting on Randy Woodley's whistle. And it's Jake. Oh, Jake from State Farm was not insured just now. As it crashes against the wood.
That's why my insurance is with Geico.
Yeah, mine's is with Argus. Coming up to take the Lawyers' first penalty kick is Mr. Antoine Russell. So I tell you what, let me tell you, what I have learned from my time of playing against Mr. Russell is that he always gives to his right the goalkeeper's left.
And he's done that twice already. I'm just wondering if he'll do it again.
And he's missed! He went the same direction. And he has missed.
That's a rare occurrence for Antoine Russell as well, to miss a penalty.
He looks absolutely flabbergasted.
Lost for words.
As now it's the accountant's turn. My mate, number 18, Connor. Oh, excellent finish. Excellent finish. And we have our first goal in the penalty shootout.
Yes, we do, and it was a class finish as well. Just nestled it into that side netting. As number 7,
Killian Elkinson.
Killian Elkinson steps up, looking to pull one back for the Lawyers.
Tell you what, the pressure is definitely on him because both the Lawyers and the accountants missed their first penalty kick. So he has to score to equalize for the Lawyers, which he does in style.
Class penalty, nice, hard, low. Make the keeper work for it, you know? And just nestled it into that bottom left-hand corner. Easy. And now we have...
It's the accountants coming up to take their third penalty kick.
Is that 7? I cannot see. I believe it's number 17. Chris Alexander stepping up. Calm, cool, collected.
Yeah.
And that makes it 2-1 to the accountants.
Chris Alexander with the best penalty so far. He absolutely rammed that thing into the pigeon. We need a replay.
Yeah, we definitely need a replay. If Woods could hook us up with that one, that'd be lovely. Just run it back.
And here comes my mate, Buddy Rowe. I promise you, if he misses our lava, let him live it down. And he don't. He must have heard me. Well done, Buddy Rowe.
That's the experience. It's calm. Knew exactly where he was going to put it.
A PHC legend.
Couldn't agree more.
Mr. Bermuda himself.
That might be a little far.
So after 3 penalty kicks each, the scores are deadlocked at 2-2. And here are the accountants with the 4th kick of the shootout.
And the pressure's really on here for the late kickers, because any mistakes now, you've basically lost your team the game. And he slots it bottom left-hand corner. Sylvans Opio scoring his penalty, doing his part to keep his team in the lead.
He's had a fantastic game.
Yeah, he's been surprisingly, really consistent and very, very good.
One of the unsung heroes. So now as we take a look to see who is stepping up to take the 4th penalty for the Lawyers, it is none other than Mr. Tristan Hall.
Mr. Workhorse himself covered every inch of grass. Can he cover 10 more yards? He can.
And he rockets that into the side net. Absolutely fabulous. That's the score now after 4 penalties each. It is 3-3. Now here comes Mr. Trinidad.
Mr. Trinidad, Caston Lewis, the late game hero to equalize.
With a fabulous bicycle kick.
Can he put him ahead now?
Oh, the Panenka!
Just pure disrespect with the Panenka. You have to be so confident to pull that off.
Different caliber player, man.
Just another level of class.
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I told you, the moment that he came on the field, the whole dynamic of the game changed.
You did, and it did. The quality he has showed when he came on.
Oh, what we have here, Nathaniel Swan taking the next penalty kick for the Lawyers. Oh, absolutely rocket of a shot.
You know, I don't even think the opposing keeper wanted to get in the way of that shot, to be honest. I wouldn't have.
I tell you what, that would have shaved his fingernails right down to the burn on his fingers.
Absolutely. Rocket.
So there's a bit of a discussion that was going on just now as to who should take the next penalty kick for the accountants.
Rob Urquhart. Run up before Wendy is ready to blow her whistle. Steps up to take. And he slots it home. 5-4. And now, Woods.
Oh boy. And now it is Woods. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, he has to score right now. If he don't score, it's all over. And he has had an absolutely terrible game. A stinker. Trash talk juiced. Can he redeem himself? The game is on the line. Let's see if my boss, Mr. Lemon Woods, if his nephew can slot this home. Excellent penalty. Excellent. He even had his uncle on the side over here sweating just now.
And now we're into the sudden death half of penalties, with penalty number 6 for the accountants. Number 23. Easy penalty. Steve Woodward. Class.
And here we go. It is Arnold Todd. He has to score, folks. He has to score for this penalty shootout to continue. If not, the accountants come away with a shock victory. But Mr. Todd has to hit the back of the net right now as we enter sudden death penalties.
Yeah, absolutely. And this hearing it's all over for him.
He has to score. He misses, and it's all over. And he's missed it. He's kicked it down to Devonshire Rack. It has gone for 6. It has bounced all the way down to North Shore. It's gone off a dock heel. It is in the ocean. The accountants win.
I have to say, it was a thoroughly entertaining game. Very end-to-end, like you said. And the accountants earned the win today. You could argue the better team lost, but I think the team that deserved to win did win.
Well, I tell you what, after losing 6-1 last year, to come back and beat this Lawyer team that has former Bermuda internationals on the field, fantastic.
Oh yeah, a great turnaround from the accountants. And I'm sure the Loyals will use this as motivation for next year to go again and to come a little harder next time.
So if we had to pick a man of the match, my man of the match goes to number 18, Connor, who's playing for the accountants. Now, he didn't do anything spectacular. He's just wearing the football boots that I sold him. So, Connor, congratulations. You are man of the match.
I have nothing to add. I think Connor had a great game. The pro shop boots do help his case. Matthew, if you hear me, wear the pro shop boots next time. Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, after having a fabulous game here between the Lawyers and the accountants, it ended 3-3 in regulation time. We all thought the Lawyers had the game wrapped up, but Caston Lewis came in the dying moments with an overhead kick to equalize, only for the game to go to the penalty shootout and the Lawyers not win.
Shock result, but a fantastic game of football. Hopefully I can come back next year and we can do this again.
Great game by the accountants. They deserve it. Shock, man. To go from 6-1 last year to this, absolutely magical.
Magical stuff indeed.
So coming from the National Sports Center, I just want to say thank you to all that tuned in. I want to give a shout out to Crimson Multimedia for this fabulous live. And Mr. Dazai Jones operating the camera. I am your commentator, Andrew Painter, with my co-commentator, Mateo Donovan, and we are signing out.